Yeah, he definitely seemed like he would have some good taunts. You could do that and just get into people's nightmares. Hey, how's it going? It's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on the Nintendo Switch. This is part 10 of the main series, so if you missed any episodes so far, you want to learn about some of the new characters or see World of Light, the single-player mode, there's a playlist down in the description for you. Today we've got a quick character guide. We're going to talk about some of the changes or what makes this specific fighter unique as we run through their classic mode theme and unlock some new characters along the way. And I'm mostly doing this specific character because I want to unlock another one that is one of my favorites. But the theme is questionable royalty. So we're going to be playing as
Rosalina Luma.
and even their crown is kind of missing on their character art here. It's cut off, showing that they're not really referred to as a princess all that often. They're more of like a cosmic goddess protector of these chubby little star babies. They're originally going to be Princess Peach's sister, but that got changed before Galaxy came out. But they are a very unique fighter, almost a replacement for the Ice Climbers in Smash 4 in some ways, because this Luma here is a puppet, and it is controllable by Rosalina, but also very strong. You can send it out and really mess with your opponent. So let's beat up on this Piranha Plant. I'm still not, it hasn't really synced in that the Piranha Plant is in this game, but I'm very happy they're here. So let's blast them with Luma. So their neutral B is Luma Shot. You can charge it up and send your Luma out, and then once it's out, it will always face the opponent, kind of similar to Ryu and Ken, and you can use it to either keep your opponent at range or, just mix up where you are going to be attacking them from, because you got Luma over here. You can really just like put them in a tough situation, throw them into Luma a little bit, similar to some of the shenanigans I like to get up to with Duck Hunt. And while Luma is out, they will have this little ring around them to show that they are not connected. You can see that little rainbow halo thing will show up occasionally. You can hit B to pull them back in. If you fully charge it, you'll see that little flash, and then Luma is just very powerful and you can't really clash with it, so be careful about that. Rosalina gets some benefits by keeping Luma with her, but Luma does 1.5 damage when they are out on their own, and they can die. They've got 60 HP in this game, unlike the 50 they had in Smash 4, so they're a bit more resilient, but they can still get knocked away if they fall off stage. It is tough to deal with them being gone, but Luma is very powerful. You can see these chubby little star arms putting in some work there. The colors of the Luma, this is kind of not that useful of a thing to know, but it is a fun fact. The yellow Luma you start with has a 60% spawn rate when they respawn. Red, blue, and green have a 30% spawn rate, and then black and pink are more rare. Only 10% of the time will they pop out there. But some of the things I noticed, like Rosalina has a new neutral air, and it actually hits a lot better if you have Luma with her because she is very tall. She's actually lighter than Peach by quite a bit. She got a weight buff in this game. She used to be the weight of Mewtwo, but now she is, she's still a featherweight, but she's not quite as much of a featherweight. She's quite a bit heavier now, but again, still, despite being taller, is not quite as big as Peach in terms of her weight class. Let's see if we can get a Piranha Plant spike here, because her down aerial and up aerial is this very strange halo that pops out of there. I guess she's kind of angelic. Maybe she's got more in common with Palutena than she does with Peach. But yeah, her halo, especially the down air one, just like Piranha Plant's there, can spike. And when Luma squeals out, that's how you know that Luma is dead. And you only have to wait 11 seconds in this game, even on a one-on-one, to get Luma back. So they should be popping in any time here. There we go. We got the green one. In 4-player mode, it is reduced the amount of time you have to wait for Luma, depending on how many players there are on the screen. But in 4-player mode, you only have to wait 5 seconds, so it's definitely... Oh, I wanted to hit him, but here's another look at PD Piranha. Poor Luma. Oh no! Knocked into the background. When you get star KO'd in this, Luma will fly into the background with you and pop out of existence. And they will freak out a little bit more visibly. They definitely have a lot more personality to them, and they're definitely worried about Rosalina when she's hurt. But look out, because yeah, Luma, I mentioned, packs a punch, so if you got Luma out there, it is kind of a very scary scenario, especially a smash attack from Luma can do some damage. So let me see if we can kind of throw him out and then get him with that. There we go. Piranha Plant is one of the heaviest characters, and that almost took him out, so Gotta be careful if Luma is charging up those little punches. Side B is Star Bits, the little candy from Mario Galaxy, popular candy in Japan. And these shoot a bit farther than they did in the last game, so they're a little more useful. And also, if Luma is out on their own, the Star Bits come out from Luma specifically, so you gotta be a little careful if Rosalina, like Piranha Plant got between Luma and Rosalina there, but the Star Bits are starting from the Luma, so you can have them hit out from them, and you can use that for some sort of setups and traps as well. There we go. Her up air is still very strong, and we've got the little pale Luma here, the one that looks like the one that's in Mario's hat. So her down B, maybe not as useful when there's not any items on the screen, but it is called Gravitational Pull. Does not work on the Smash Ball, so you have to be careful about that. I really don't want Piranha Plant to get that. There we go. Let's use her final smash. This is the Grand Star. You can still move around when you are in this final smash, and it can completely miss your opponent. It's probably one of the less useful final smashes because of that. It is, not quite as strong because it does draw your opponent in and can hit them away pretty hard, but if they are not in the path of that, or, not in the giant star, they're not really going to take any damage. She is, she's definitely better in some scenarios, like I mentioned. If she has items on, her down B, Gravitational Pull, is pretty useful because it can pull in things, and now it automatically equips them. So if you have a bunny hood, a metal box, things like that, you will throw those on automatically and get them for you. But the Grand Star, it's nice that her final smash allows her to move around when she is using it, but if you can't get your opponent in a good spot to to hit that, then it's next to useless in a lot of ways. See if we can harass Ike into the blast zone there, and then take him off the top. In a game where it is very hard to dodge a lot of attacks, her up air is so scary, and her up tilt leads into it, so we might be able to just take him off the top if we're not careful here. But Ike is very strong. He's also another really good character in this game. A lot of the veterans, of course, are much better than they were in Smash 4. Most of them benefit a lot from the changes that happen between games. Oop, there goes my Luma. I'm gonna try to be careful about, her dash attack has a cool little swoop to it, but if I'm not careful, Ike is just gonna take us out. Yeah, let me see if we can get behind him. We got our green Luma, and then back air him. Look at those little Luma feet. Just gotta plan out my attack a little better while he's trying to smash. Okay, so we've got Ike on our side as well. Let's jump into Classic, because there's definitely a heavy character that I want to unlock. And you probably saw it before, but her up B is Launch Star. It is the the stars from Mario Galaxy that propel you around, and it is pretty decent up B. It just doesn't have a hitbox. It's kind of similar to Pit or Dark Pit. It's a little rough to recover with because someone can knock you out of it or spike you. But once you use your up B, you will start to go into free fall after a moment. And that is when Luma can actually attack, so you can use some aerials with Luma to protect yourself. It's just maybe not going to happen too often. Let's do one real quick, and then you guys can see Luma flying around as you can see, hit the Pikmin there. The theme of hers, her classic mode, one star after another, is galactic themed, if you couldn't guess, because, we got these space characters. Throw some pellet posies at Olimar here. Try to keep him away. If I hit one of these and then I do galactic or gravitational pull, there we go. She automatically grabs the warp star, which is pretty crazy. She will just use whatever item she grabbed, so you have to be kind of careful about that if you don't want to use, a bullet bill and throw yourself off the stage or something, or get caught in a waterfall there. But so yeah, it can have its downsides, but for the most part, being able to pull items away from your opponent, I'd say that, it's useful if you're playing with items. Nintendo has their official North American Open going on. There's tournaments all over, but I've been playing in those, and the character I want to unlock is mainly because I want to use them in that tournament. But I could see her being pretty useful in an items setting because of that. Obviously she's got a items-based attack, but she'll grab projectiles as well. So even if there aren't items on, her gravitational pull can pull in different projectiles that could potentially be harmful, like Wolf's really annoying blaster that is good. See if we can get Star Fox off the edge here. So one thing, Luma is shielded a bit better in this game than they were in 4. Oh, we got Starfy. That's some kismet here. Starfy and Luma together. If we had Kirby on here, it'd be perfect. All the little star babies. But her Luma will go into the shield, but it is a lot easier to shield poke Luma and knock them away than it is with Rosalina. So often you will see your Luma will be gone before you will, which is okay because they respawn. You obviously, would rather have Luma KO'd than Rosalina, but it feels a little like the Pikmin with Olimar. It's a little sad when Luma gets KO'd, even though there's another one on the way. Okay. But yeah, just in general, her being such a big character but also light, it's nice she got a weight buff in this, but compared to someone, who's even shorter, actually, Samus is a lot chunkier, almost a super heavyweight, so it's definitely nice to have a bit more weight on you if you are a big target, and that is one of Rosalina's biggest disadvantages. But she can do some crazy stuff like I mentioned. Let's send Luma out here and see if I can do some, if you do some, yeah, there we go. It's kind of like staggering her hits. You can do weird stuff where if you attack cancel, throw out something and then throw another one out, Luma will be staggered in the same way that I was talking about the ice climbers having desyncing potential. Luma can have some of the same stuff. And in the 2.0 patch, they did change her a little bit recently. Ooh, careful. Do not want to get caught by that. Ooh. Let's get a launch star for ourselves here. And then if we can throw Samus into that would be really fun. See if we can knock her off the side. It's not going to last very long. Oh, don't do that to me. We'll do as our own to get out of the way. But yeah, it is definitely useful to have a little bit more weight on you. Man, Starfy, I wonder if it is programmed to have Starfy in here because of the galactic theme. Oop, almost got him. One really cool thing with Luma, I should say, if you do a Luma shot and then you charge up a smash, she will float down, and then you can use that at a ledge. There's that up air. You can kind of throw them down to edge guard, and Luma will, you can charge up a smash that will slowly float down. So using that to your advantage to block a ledge is kind of a cool edge guarding technique. I was kind of interested in Rosalina as a character potentially to play a lot in the beginning of 4, and they were seen as one of the better characters, at least through a lot of the lifespan of 4. I want to try to do this, and then see if we can charge one up. Oh, now he's stuck down there. We can do it again. Ridley's not coming up anytime soon. He's trying to get it. Yeah, it's always Starfy, it looks like. Okay. But yeah, having Luma as this crazy edge-guarding powerhouse that, if you're not careful, will just smash you out of the way. It's like you can play so safe and campy with Rosalina if you want. She is... Oh, Starfy's helping me out. She's definitely a character that, despite her weight, will live a long time if you use Luma in the right ways to keep you safe. But we do have to be careful about Ridley, because he can definitely pack a punch as well. So let's see if Ridley will try to jump up over I was gonna say. But just having a strategic use of Luma and knowing when to call them back as well as when to send them out. You don't want to necessarily send your Luma too far because someone will just get around it. Like any projectile sort of thing in this series, if someone gets around your stuff, you are more vulnerable. You don't have that Luma to eat up damage or give you stronger hits. So keeping them together is one thing, but again, there's that multiplier. Luma does more damage on her own when she is sent out, so definitely use that to your advantage. And yeah, you can just make such a wide range of, your hitbox is huge when you have Rosalina and Luma separately acting, hitting in different spots, and just Luma being able to actually auto-turn towards targets, like I mentioned the Street Fighter characters do, is a big boon to making sure you're not going to have as much trouble hitting others as you would have in the last game. Alright, Starfy, let's do this. Gonna keep these Kirbys at bay. She's got, I think being tall, she also has some disadvantages where a short character might get around some of her stuff. Like I mentioned, her neutral air is new, and it hits around her in a way that is, if they're not a taller character, they might not get caught by it. Try to get that. Oh, it's gonna fall and then pop up again. Here we go. And we'll try this now. You guys can see it a little better because the Kirby's will definitely fall into that, especially if I hit them back into there. There we go. It's a little, it kind of reminds me of PK Fire, or PK Starstorm from the Earthbound and Mother kids, Lucas and Ness. That's like a final smash that can be good if you're you know, aiming it right and getting them stuck in it, but often it will just kind of miss people. Oop, hey, we got that Star Rod. That's why Kirby's here trying to protect it. And we lost our Luma, so I do have to be kind of careful. But again, let's do this. Pull that in, and then, ooh, saved by the platforms of old Wispy Woods. But yeah, I always have to remember that it's kind of similar to the Villager's Pocket, where the fact that you can bring items back to you is such a nice way of messing with stuff. And it negates a lot of projectiles because they're not going to be able to use them against you if you just pull them in. It gets rid of them in a way, so it's like, not only does it bring them in, it just kind of invalidates them in some ways. Let's see if we can get a good, there we go. We're so close, taking out these Kirbys, but they're a little tougher than they appear. Kirby, seen in this game, is one of the less powerful characters, I should say. Oop, want to try to catch him here. Oop, careful now. I think we got him. There we go. Yeah, Luma adds a lot of knockback to some of those hits, and if you hit with both of them, it's like, yeah, it's definitely nice. I think they added increased damage when they're separate because you're way less likely to hit with Luma and Rosalina at the same time if they're separated. But you could just send her, you know, slightly out, and then, yeah, you could still get some hits that way. It's just a little safer to have Luma go in. But yeah, because they'll hit together when they're close, often you will see lots of, you know, lots of double hits from Rosalina and Luma. We got Mario on our side here. This is a Mario Galaxy themed setup. I want to try to keep Bowser at bay with some star bits, and then maybe we can get him off the side if we're careful. But it does take time to call your Luma back if you're not careful. It is one of those things where you need to be planning when you're going to send Luma out, because otherwise you're going to be losing some time trying to get them back. You need to be safe when you're sending them out and safe when you're taking them back. Ooh, I was a little worried we were going to die there from that. Ugh. Mario, get him. Knock him off the edge. Let's see if we can get a nice... I want to hit him to the side, but Bowser is playing rough here. There we go. Oh, Mario, we're trying to throw him off the edge. This is a stage where you can definitely get some good shenanigans with the runoff. There we go. It looked like Mario was going to take credit for that. Luma was even blending in with his overalls, but Luma got the final hit. All right, so again, yeah, I'm not that experienced with Rosalina and Luma. This is just kind of a quick guide to some of their specials and how they function at a base level. But they seem, amongst all the characters in this game, I do wonder if they're going to fall through the cracks a little bit. People who played them in 4 might be ready to move on to a new character already that looks a little easier, or, you know, somebody who seems a little stronger just on a base level. If you were someone who didn't have a main in 4 and you picked up Rosalina and Luma, then maybe you're also the type of person who would grab another new character when this game came out. So I could see a lot of Rosalina mains maybe not going for them. I know one of the main ones in 4, Dabuz, is famously sticking with Olimar more because he is definitely seen as a better character in this. Let's see if we can get that out of the way. There we go, the last second. They make it so intense here. Rosalina has kind of like a weird galactic void under her dress, so it makes sense that, ooh, she would fit in with the that horrible black hole that is following us. I should mention, like, some of her changes, her alternate costumes now, all of her shoes are like slippers or silver, I think, throughout all of her palette swaps. Ooh, we got marks. All right. We fought them with the Inkling. They are so creepy. I really hope, yeah, he's a boss, so the chances are low. But I would love Marks as a playable character in this. And Mario's here as well. Nice. But yeah, her costume is quite a bit improved from the graphical update of Ultimate. Her dress just seems a little more nuanced. She's got some more flow to it. It's not like in 4, a lot of the time, like when she would crouch, her dress was kind of weird looking. Oh no! Fired his laser. Let's let Mario take some of those hits, and then we'll get in there and try to take him out. Oh, what's he doing? He's gonna split, maybe? He's gonna say he looked like he was gonna split at us. He's probably waiting. There he goes. He's got the cutters. He's not too tough if you're far away when he's cutting. I could send Luma in to do some stuff here, too. There it is. Run, run, run! Mario! Oh, no. Mario might be out of here. I should try to beat Marks as fast as I can, because if Mario is gone, we're not going to be doing as much damage to him, and it's going to be a little tougher. His little laugh. Yeah, he definitely seemed like he would have some good taunts. You could do that and just get into people's nightmares with his weird void eyes. What is going on with us? Oh no! We almost died from that. Talking about Lucas earlier. He's got one of those PK freeze type attacks. Look out! He was trying to do those crazy disco lasers, but we got him. Alright. I just love, you know, the relationship between Rosalina and her Lumas. Even though they keep swapping out, she just seems to have a good kind of heartwarming thing going with them, where it seems like seeing them in sync and trying to take down their foes together, I think, just has a nice feel to it. In the same way that Nana and Popo, the ice climbers, working together, just feels cool. Okay, so we'll grab a couple presents here, skip through, and then it is time to hopefully unlock a very heavy member of royalty. I mentioned questionable members of royalty. Rosalina's not really a princess in most ways, other than design. And this new character is a self-proclaimed royal and ruler, so who knows? Alright, there we go. We got the two presents. Blasted by a bomb. I tend to not go through the whole thing because you can see it's real easy to get the first couple, and then it takes longer between. There she is, doing her launch star. She definitely feels like she would fit in with Rainbow Road as well. And she's been in, you know, she's a fully accepted member of the extended Mario universe. She's been in Tennis and Mario Kart. Her getting into Smash seemed like a no-brainer in a lot of ways. We got Mimikyu and the Inkling wig. Nice. A Bayonetta song. We just unlocked Bayonetta last time, if you missed that. Here he is. He looks a little smaller there. His art's kind of shrunk down, but you can tell by that big hammer on his back. Speaking of rainbows, we're on the Fountain of Dreams. Let's just be very careful with this fight, because Dedede is definitely a character you do not want to underestimate, despite how foolish he sometimes looks. He's definitely one that can catch you off guard if you're not careful. Oh, let's try to send out that Luma. We can throw him and then maybe get a Luma tilt. Ooh, yeah, I do not want to get hit by that, because I feel like with as light as she is, she could potentially die from one of his smash attacks at next to nothing. He's so heavy that it's like, I just want to kind of juggle him. I could probably pull the Gordos in with my gravitational pull and invalidate them. There we go. That's what I was saying. If you pull in a projectile, oftentimes it just renders it harmless. Yeah, she is such a good juggler with her up air. Oh no, we lost our Luma. You just have to be very careful with gravitational pull, because it often will leave you vulnerable. It's got quite a bit of end lag. So this is what a lot of players do when they don't have their Luma. They wait now 11 seconds, and there we go. I was hoping that would kill him, because the Gordo packs quite a punch. Oh, I wanted to try to do the technique I was talking about. Our Luma is stuck away from us. Oh no! No! I was charging a Luma. That's what I talked about. Don't use your don't use your slow techniques when Dedede's a jumping. He just squished me and launched me off. So I'm gonna get a rematch with him here, and we'll be back in just a sec. Let me grab the songs while we're at it, and we will. Ooh. Oh, here it is. Ring-a-ding from Style Savvy. We've got 750 or more songs, and poor Snake is just he's just seething with rage as all the kids and Pokemon are out there singing and partying, poking his cardboard box with a stick. The Challengers approach this year. It's time to rematch with this swallow, penguin, bird, alien, tyrant thing. And I'm not going to let him boss me around. I'm not going to be afraid of him, despite how powerful his smash attacks are and how much better he is in this game. We are going to use Rosalina. I should use the character I'm better with, but you know, I want to close it out honest with the same character we started with. Okay, we just need to overwhelm him and make sure if he Gordos, that we kind of knock it back at him. Ooh, he is, speaking of being a swallow, potentially, that type of bird, he's good at inhaling. Let's see if we can kind of keep him at bay. Yeah, I was going to say, if we keep him between both of us, ooh, I thought that would hit higher. So the platforms on Fountain of Dreams, ooh, definitely that hit higher than I thought it would. The platforms on Fountain of Dreams here move around, so we have to be careful. But we can get him off to the side. Ooh. I gotta be careful because he is definitely gonna have an easier time than I will with, ooh, knocking me away. And then edge guarding. Ugh, he is being extra scary. There we go. Oh, thought the Luma would get him. Come on, Luma, I need you. Let's see if we can knock him away enough. He's just gonna try to keep us apart, but our love is not to be separated. One more good hit up there. There we go, all right. Cheesed him off the top, the Smash 4 way, and Dedede joins the battle. Dedede is here, the great king, Dedede, and I will be using him in the North American Open online tournament, official Nintendo tournament. If you haven't seen the last one where I played as Piranha Plant, please check that out. We got Takamaru's outfit. I hope he gets added someday. But that is it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this. Maybe subscribe or hit that notification bell if you haven't. And next time, we're going to see what Dedede can do with some items and a little bit of luck. Maybe we'll make it onto a stream or something. I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.